Bravo, Sony Pictures. That is how you do a solid reboot to a beloved franchise. I mean, there are a couple problems that need to be discussed momentarily. But still, kudos to you guys for your solid effort into creating a solid standalone addition to the franchise. Here's my reasons as to why. Yo, what is up, my Cinedroids? G to the S here. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the latest installment in this beloved franchise, Ghostbusters Afterlife. When a single mom and her two kids arrive at a small town, they begin to discover their connection to the original Ghostbusters and the secret legacy their grandfather left behind. A little bit of a short synopsis than what I intended it to be, but whatever. Now, first off, before I get into the positives about this movie, and trust me, there's way more good stuff than bad, but I got to address a couple of minor problems that need to be discussed real quick. Again, nothing that grinds the movie to an immense halt or anything, just a few problems that I have to talk about. That's all. But I feel like that the kid's mother in this movie, Callie Sprangler, played by Carrie Coon, her character is more of an angsty, negative Nancy throughout the whole thing. I mean, I get that she is mourning the loss of her husband, which does make sense that her character is like that, but at the same time, she does need to lighten up a little bit and have a bit of a sense of adventure, at least. But hey, maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just not that much of an expert on her character all that much. Draw your own conclusions down in the comments below, but be nice about it, please. But still, Callie's not something for you to be too focused on anyway, so let's move on. Also, there's this teenage rom-com subplot in this movie that revolves around both Finn Wolfhard and Celeste O'Connor. Now, granted, they didn't go full on with it, but I still feel like it was unnecessary to just throw in there. But at the same time, I do relate the fact that they are teenagers nonetheless. And during my teenage days, I've been in a situation where they blast the radio in the car and they just bust out singing during my youth opera days. And it was very irritating for me a little bit. So I'm glad that this movie captured that feeling of teenagers doing what teenagers do nowadays. Be angsty, flaunt over men and or women, blast the volume on the radio, and go to places where they shouldn't be going, and doing what they shouldn't be doing in the first place. Kudos to Sony for incorporating that. Now that we got the negatives out of the way, let's discuss positives. Honestly, this is what the 2016 Ghostbusters movie should have been. If you look back at that movie, all that movie focused on was jokes that felt more like a TV sitcom show and less of a Ghostbusters movie in my opinion. Not only did this movie feel like a classic Ghostbusters movie that paid homage to the original, considering the fact that they got the late Ivan Reitman's son, Jason Reitman, to take over as director for this movie, which I will discuss in a few moments. But in terms of the story's execution, this felt like a mesh between both a Steven Spielberg movie and also the show Stranger Things. Well, considering the fact that they casted Finn Wolfhard in this movie. Go figure. But there's nothing wrong with that at all. If anything, that's what makes it a true nostalgia trip for me. No more Melissa McCarthy and Kate McKinnon doing cartoony slapstick throughout the whole thing. Let's actually give the fans what they want. Not only a good story, but let's throw in good character development, well thought out dramatic emotion, enticing and exciting action sequences, and great CG visuals that pays respect to the original. They were all fantastic to watch. Also, I can tell Jason Reitman studied the direction choice that his late father went with back when he did the original film in 1984. I also feel like he saw Paul Feig's version and said to himself, has he ever watched the original? Hold my beer. Let me show you how it's done. And he went to the set, discussed with both the filmmakers and the actors about how they're going to pay respect to his late father's work and making sure that the characters will be fleshed out and memorable. And sure enough, the end result was he crafted a solid standalone sequel to the original. A standalone edition that had well-crafted set design, memorable characters, intense action sequences, well-spent CG visuals that pays respect to the original film, and amazing camera work and cinematography. I almost forgot to talk about that. Throughout this movie, the times where the shaky cam in this movie is being used, it was used only in scenes where the stakes get super high and that they have to outrun a certain threat to save the city. Not only the city, but also the world and their lives from certain death. Just like in the original. But for me, they did a stellar job of the cinematography in this movie. I tip my hat to you, Sony, for your hard work. Keep up that streak, guys. But still, as a result, I rate Ghostbusters Afterlife 4.5 stars out of 5. Forget the 2016 reboot. This is how you do a solid reboot to the franchise. Again, take notes, Paul Feig. So, Ghostbusters Afterlife. Have you seen it? If you have, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Do you agree with me? Do you hate my guts now? Answers down below, please. Also, if you like this video and you want to see some more, make sure that like button shines in your face. That'll totally help me out a ton. Also, share it with your family and friends and favorite it. That's a very good way to show support for this review. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell right next to you so you can be notified of future videos I have in store for you. Also, if you want a shout out in a future video, just follow me on my Instagram page and I will choose one of my Cinedroids to be displayed as a shout out. The link's in the description below. Also, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. I understand. But if there's a rare chance that you are interested in doing so, there's a little join button down below the video, just right next to the subscribe button. Or if you can't find the join button when you're watching on an Apple device, there's a link in the description for it as well. By the way, if you click on the little join button or the link below, not only will you join my YouTube membership program, but you'll also have access to custom loyalty badges, custom-made emojis that I created for myself, and a special shout-out from yours truly. So if you want to be featured in a future video, just click on the little join button or click on the link in the description and become a member. It doesn't cost you much. It only costs $2.99 a month to join. So make sure you click on the link or the little join button down below and become an OG Cinedroid in no time. Also, I set up a Patreon page for you guys to check out as well. There'll also be a link in the description so that way you can visit my page and gain access to up to 4 membership tiers. On my page, I post reviews a week early before you get to see them posted on this channel. I'm also planning to do nerdy pop culture fan polls, book audio reviews, and I'm also going to do movie/TV show reactions on my page as well. Full length, uncut. So if that's your cup of tea, if you're interested, click on the link below, become a patron, and let's get to know each other a bit more. Also, if you want to subscribe to my gaming channel, there's either a link in the description or at the icon card at the top right corner of your screen. Go over there, subscribe, and let's just have fun together. Also, if you want to subscribe to my GS Productions After Dark channel, where I review movies, TV shows, and video games that are strictly not for families, there'll be a link in the description so that way you can check out that channel if you're feeling frisky. But until then, I'll see you next time. Peace out.